Okay, the next question that we're going to talk about is called a stem and leaf plot. Your student has not learned this yet. However, in the next couple weeks, it'll be a skill that we do learn in class. A stem and leaf plot is something that they don't have experience with yet. As far as kinder through third grade, it is a new fourth grade expectation. And so I'm going to talk you through this just so that you have the information, and once it is learned, your student can review it. So number 2 says the stem and leaf plot shows the scores given to the dogs at a dog show. Possible scores were between 0 and 1/10 and 5 and 0/10. And so my stem and leaf plot here shows my dog show scores. My stem is my first place value. My leaf is my second place value. Okay, and then they give me a key down here. My key is very important because my key tells me how to read my stem and leaf plot. So if I have a 1 separated by the line and a 5 over here in my leaf, I would know that it's 1 and 5/10. They want to know what is the difference between the highest score and the lowest score shown in the stem and leaf plot. So there's some important information that I need to understand. The key is very, very important. I need to know how to read my stem and leaf plot because they're not all read the exact same way. This one has decimals. Not all stem and leaf plots have decimals. I also asks for the difference. Now difference, I know, means that I am going to subtract. And we're talking about the difference between the highest score and the lowest score. And so I need to get some information from my stem and leaf plot. My lowest score, using our key, would be read as 0 and 8/10. So I'm going to write that to the side. My lowest score is 0 and 8/10. Now my highest score I would have to come down here. So I have the option of 3. I have 0 or 4 and 0/10, 4 and 5/10, or 4 and 5/10. So each one of these numbers here is a separate number. So we would have 0, 4 and 0/10, 4 and 5/10, 4 and 5/10. Those are 3 individual scores. So I know that 4 and 5/10 is higher than 4 and 0/10. So my highest score was 4 and 5/10. So they asked me for the difference. Now I know that my highest number, my biggest number, needs to be the number on top when I subtract. Another thing I have to keep in mind is that I have decimal points. And when I have decimal points, I need to make sure that I line them up and have the correct amount of place values. So I'm going to do this subtraction because we are looking for the difference. 4 and 5/10. From that, I'm going to subtract 0 and 8/10. I made sure that my decimal points line up. I'm going to bring those decimal points straight down. 5 minus 8. If I have 5 of something, I can't take a larger number away. I need to go to my next place value. I need to borrow a group of 10. So this becomes 3 groups of 10. I add it to my 5, and now I have 15. 15 minus 8 is 7. My decimal point has already been brought down. 3 minus 0 is 3. So the difference between my highest score, 4 and 5/10, and my lowest score, 0 and 8/10, is 3 and 7/10. So my correct answer for number 2 would be answer choice G.